toll on hospitals already being felt across this country. Word that some ICUs are near capacity as the number of cases soars. And tonight, the doctors who say they do not have what they need. Here's ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman.
Tonight, one of the biggest expansions in hospital space in American history. From coast to coast, temporary hospitals being built at breakneck speed.
Governor Murphy toured the Spartan 250-bed medical station taking shape inside the Meadowlands Expo Center. He saw pods of rooms separated by thin prefab walls and heavy cloth sheets, each room with a simple bed, more like a cot, an exposed toilet, and a folding chair.
We're contracting for the workers we're going to need, the additional supplies from the Department of Health, and this is a marathon.
You heard the governor. This is a marathon for so many states. They need a quick way to help put up pop-up hospitals and pop-up medical stations so that people can get the help they need. So we as the FlowFam decided to build SpaceR, a tool that helps you locate space, visualize that space, and go ahead and make an order so that you can build a pop-up hospital as quickly and efficiently as possible.
So where did we start with them? We started with Teams. We wanted to use Teams for the wiki purpose as well as the task tracker so we can create and assign tasks to our team. So how did we go about creating a solution? Well, we used the Common Data Service because it scales with our customers and users' needs. Now, we used a ERD diagram, as you can see, to allow us to show the data to all of our team and where they'll be using it. Then we created 2 Canvas apps, and then we mixed those 2 Canvas apps into one. Why did we do that? So that we could have 2 teams, mapping and mixed reality. Then we used Power Automate to gather data from the Bing API. We did all of this in a SpaceR solution, a managed solution, so it's easily maintained, easily distributable, and easily accessible. But not only that, we then use GitHub to store our mixed reality assets.
So to show all the potential locations to the field engineers, we are using a flow to get all the parks using the Bing's Map API and then sending the data back to Power App.
And we are displaying all the result sets from Flow onto an interactive mixed reality maps component within Power Apps, and this can be location-based based on the current location of the field engineer.
Mariano and I worked on integrating mixed reality into the Power App so that we can take measurements of the space that we want to use for our makeshift hospital here, get the measurements of that space, and then select from a different variety of beds that we can go and visualize and see with the augmented reality here, and then actually put that into the space so that we can plan and make sure we have enough beds.
Okay, so we've just taken our measurements and now we are on the equipment screen. We can see the potential number of beds that we can actually fit in that area that's been calculated for us. So if we press place order, it will pre-populate our fields with the quantity, etc. We can just add a note in there as well. It tells us our total value. So if we press submit order, we then get an order successful screen. Now if we go into the CDS, you can see our last order is 1071. If we refresh the data and scroll down, we can see that there is the 1075 new order added that we've just done. It's the X frame, it's got the 100 units that we've ordered, the total price and the demo data.
We're at the surveying location. We'll be taking measurements of the current land to figure out how many beds will be fitting in our makeshift hospital. So I have gotten to a point where I decided this is good enough for my makeshift hospital, and we're gonna actually continue to measure from here. So I'm gonna click this down, and then I'm gonna walk the other direction. So I'm gonna stop here and also take this measurement, and then we're gonna submit this off to our calculation. We are presented with a list of equipments that we can load, and I'm gonna just select a particular bed here. And now by selecting this model, I can see what it looks like in this particular space. I'm gonna just stop here and see where this might fit. And when I'm comfortable with it, I can then just go back, add this bed to my order. So we can place an order. That's it.
All right, and so what have we done? We allowed states to quickly deploy medical equipment. We created a model that can be used for other things as well. It calculates distances between spaces and takes social distancing into account. And we gave a dashboard that gives a state a total overview of what's happening in their entire area. This solution brought to you with love by the FlowFam.